Hey guys, Aaron Weatherman Zhang here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Ranked, where I climb the online VGC 16 ladder and predict the weather as I go. Anyway, sorry for those that might have missed the episode yesterday, because I actually did upload one and then took it down a little bit after because there were some editing issues, so do have to apologize for that. Consider this the first official episode since US Nationals. For those that are wondering about the whole overlay and the Weatherman thing, it's basically a joke from US Nationals. I had a blast commentating it this past week, and I am a little bit behind on uploads. I'm basically, it's been a week or so since I've really been able to do Road to Rank, so gonna try to really pump out a lot of content this upcoming week. Definitely gonna try to keep it up with the daily uploads here on out, and maybe even get some double uploads if I have the chance. So do want to apologize for not having too many videos recently, but hopefully you guys can understand, and thank you to everyone who tuned into the national stream and came out and supported me. It was a blast commentating the event. I had so much fun, and you can catch the VODs of the event at twitch.tv/Pokemon and twitch.tv/Pokemon VGC. So we're finally going to get into this episode. It is a brand new team. This one was built by Ramos and Toquo, I believe, and it's a really fun team with Mega Rayquaza, Ludicolo, Ho-Oh, just to name some of the Pokemon, and then we've got Cresselia, Weavile, Mawile. So we're just going to play a little bit with this team, and, you know, if the overlay is a little bit distracting, I do want to apologize for that, but since it is the first episode since Nationals, you know, I wanted to have a little bit of fun with it. But yeah, I'm really excited to try this team out. The next couple of weeks are just going to be trying out new stuff. I know people are a little bit disheartened by the format, so given that, you know, this is just Road to Rank, I'm going to have as much fun with competitive teams as possible while also trying to feature some new stuff. So I think Ho is a Pokemon that I actually haven't used on Road to Rank at all up to this point in the year, so I think it'll be a really fun one to explore. Ludicolo also really not seen very much in VGC, but definitely has a niche role, especially with Rayquaza, so I'm excited to see what we can get with this team. And as always, if you enjoy Road to Rank, please share support by leaving a like in the video. I'd really appreciate it. So yeah, US Nationals was a total blast. My little brother was actually able to finish 3rd in the seniors division, so that was really cool as well. He had a Groudon Xerneas team, but did have Whimsicott on it, which is a Pokemon we saw a little bit more of over Nationals. You know, Nationals, we did see some cool stuff appear. I thought Alan Chambers' Rain team was probably one of the more unique teams that I definitely enjoyed seeing. He has some really cool techs like Haze Crobat, Mega Gengar with Will-O-Wisp, and Shadow Ball. So we're going to find Blue from the UK with a rating of 1820 to kick off this episode, so really high-rated opponent. We've run into him before in the past, and actually, what do you know, we do run into a Whimsicott here with Salamence, Bronzong, Kangaskhan, Groudon, Kyogre, and Whimsicott. My team, of course, is Ho-Oh, Cresselia, Mawile, Rayquaza, Weavile, and Ludicolo. So, let's see. You know, Ho-Oh's actually pretty tempting. It does wall the Groudon nicely. So, the Bronzong is a Pokemon that we've obviously seen a lot of. Poke Alex used it first in Europe, and then I was able to win a regional with it. And then, you know, it kind of died down a little bit, and then we saw so much at Japanese Nationals and US Nationals the past 2 weekends. So, not a big fan of Bronzong. I do have Ho-Oh, obviously, to go for Sacred Fires onto it. You know, the real question is, do I want to bring Weavile here? I feel like it's highly likely my opponent brings Kangaskhan. So, I actually kind of like the Mawile whole lead here with Ludicolo and Rayquaza. And I think I'm just going to lock in with that. I mean, Weavile is really tempting here, but I feel like because I have Weavile, my opponent's going to want to bring the Kangaskhan. And so if I can force the Kangaskhan, then Ho-Oh Mawile puts on a lot of pressure immediately. The Intimidate is nice as well, and then Ludicolo obviously pressures both Kyogre, Groudon. Also some pressure against Salamence if the rain is up, for example, because I do have Swift Swim. So, gonna get into this. You know, it's a really cool team because the Ludicolo and the Ho-Oh are both kind of anti-meta Pokemon. I feel like they actually have a pretty good role because, you know, they can have decent matchup against dual primals and against Groudon Xerneas, especially the Ho-Oh. But I do have to watch out for gravities, because once gravity goes up, then Ho-Oh is just going to take a lot of damage. But gonna lead with Mawile, and my Ho-Oh, as my opponent leads with Kangaskhan and Bronzong. I would definitely say this is in my favor right now. However, if you were my opponent, I think it's likely that you might want to switch out the Kangaskhan out into the Kyogre. Maybe the Groudon as well. I don't mind the Kyogre switching too much, though, I think. So, honestly, I think I'm just going to play rough Kangaskhan here. And maybe just Sacred Fire. Alternatively, he could switch the Kangaskhan or the Bronzong out into Kyogre and fake out Mawile. That would actually be a really good play. So I could go for a Tailwind. I could go for a Brave Bird. Actually, yeah, let's just Brave Bird into the Kangaskhan slot. Let's see. No switch outs here. Okay. Also, my opponent could just be sacrificing Kangaskhan, which would also be a good play. Or maybe just go for an attack, but it's still at -1 attack right now, so I'm okay with this. Although I suppose this could be pretty bad, because what he could be setting himself up for is just me getting a knockout on a Kangaskhan, and then the Groudon comes in for free. But I'm not going to be able to pick up the knockout here since we do see Fake Out. That's actually pretty good for me here, because it's either going to be Trick Room going up, or maybe a Skill Swap, or a Gyro Ball. Actually, you wouldn't Gyro Ball here. Now, Play Rough fortunately connects with Kangaskhan. Almost picks up the knockout, and Trick Room goes up. So that's actually ideal for me here, I think. Because Kangaskhan's going to be slower right now than everything. So, if you're my opponent, my issue right now is I don't want Groudon to come in for free because my opponent can then go for some gravity setups. But Kangaskhan's not a really big threat right now. I do want a Sacred Fire Bronzong, but I don't think my opponent's just going to let me get that off. The other question is whether it has Hypnosis or not. Because you could just go for Hypnosis right now. Although I suppose I could still just Iron Head Kangaskhan. And Sacred Fire Bronzong. Actually, I'm going to play Rough in case Kyogre switches in. Yeah. Okay, so Kangaskhan switching out, but that's fine because that means no offense is going to be coming out. It is going to be Groudon. That's okay. I mean, it kind of depends on what happens here since I did Sacred Fire the Bronzong slot. If, like, he's going for Hypno, I mean, he might just go for the safe Gravity. If that's the case, that's obviously a little bit scary, but I do get a burn a free turn of Trick Room, and then I can protect Mawile, maybe sack the Groudon or the Ho-Oh, and then my Ludicolo can come in and Fake Out. Yep, so there's the Gravity coming out. That means I can't miss Sacred Fire either, which is really nice. But now Groudon obviously puts on so much pressure with Precipice Blades. Oh, Play Rough does so much damage there, though. Wow, a critical hit there. And Sacred Fire here should be able to eliminate the Bronzong as well. Nice. So Mawile Ho-Oh so far has the lead, putting in work, but that is only one turn of Trick Room gone, so I still have 3 turns to stall out. However, that crit could be really big because now I could potentially Sucker Punch and Extreme Speed knock out the Groudon. So Kangaskhan's going to come back out. Yeah, that's not too surprising here. Let's see. So Swords Dance is something I'm definitely scared of. But presumably my opponent's last Pokemon's going to be that Kyogre, so Ludicolo Rayquaza out in the back here could be really helpful. But I have to stall out 3 turns of Trick Room, and I have to be careful about how I do it. Now, theoretically, I could actually switch out into Ludicolo. Do I want to protect switch out? Yeah, if Groudon has Swords Dance, that's my other issue, because you could get a free Swords Dance off here. I think I'm gonna still protect Mawile here. I'm gonna go for the Brave Bird onto Groudon. Groudon's definitely the bigger threat right now. I suppose we'll probably see a Fake Out onto Ho-Oh, and then the question is, does he have Swords Dance? Yep, Fake Out does go into Ho-Oh, but I don't want Ludicolo to take too much damage. So the question is it just gonna be a Precipice Blades, or is it gonna be something like a Swords Dance? It is gonna be Swords Dance, okay. It is a little bit scarier. But I think that's okay. Because now I can go for the Sucker Punch to hopefully put him in Extreme Speed KO range. And this is the 3rd turn of Trick Room. So, yeah, I'm going to Sucker Punch Groudon here. And then I get the Ludicolo switch in. Kangaskhan switches out, that's okay. What's the last one? Yep, going to be Kyogre. That's okay with me. I mean, I could have predicted the Fake Out Swords Dance play. Not really sure what more I could have done. I mean, I could have gone for the Iron Head or a Play Rough onto the Groudon. Well, okay, let's see how much the Sucker Punch does, because that's going to be important. Okay, so no other Swords Dance coming out here. I think that should be an Extreme Speed KO range. I'm not entirely sure, though. That's a good switch out of Kangaskhan, though. Yeah, I'm going to lose both of my Pokemon here. That's one of the issues. Like, Ho-Oh's so good against Groudon if they don't have Gravity. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to deny the Gravity setup. But that is the 3rd turn of Trick Room, so this is going to be the last one. So I can pretty freely just switch in Ludicolo and Rayquaza. But Rayquaza not having a Focus Sash here is also the other issue I have. And I'm actually not going to be able to get the Swift Swim boost, unfortunately. So, the obvious play is really to just fake out Kyogre. Fake out Kyogre. Extreme Speed Groudon. Because I am Life Orbed. And I would hope Life Orb Extreme Speed can knock out that Groudon. Or maybe I want to fake out Groudon Protect. Actually, that might be the play. Yeah, I'm honestly not sure if Extreme Speed can knock out Groudon. Oh, that might have been a misplay. We'll see. Okay, so he didn't protect with either of his Pokemon. Okay, good. Trick Room expires now. So Groudon's gonna be faster now. I think you for my opponent here, you might just Ice Beam. Oh, it's gonna be so close. Maybe I should have Extreme Speeded there. I don't think I can win this one. I would just Ice Beam Rayquaza again and Precipice Blades. Yeah. And that's not good. Grass Knot. Dragon Ascent. Okay, Kyogre protects. That's fine with me, I think. So my issue is if he actually just double attacks here because I do have the Life Orb, then Kangaskhan gets out for free, and then you can fake out Sucker Punch Ludicolo. But now there's the pressure of both of my Pokemon. And my Ludicolo does have the Assault Vest. This is a really close game. Okay, so Kangaskhan's gonna come back out. Of course, you know, has Gravity Ends too. Okay, that's fine. So Kangaskhan's gonna come out. Let's think this through. Okay, so Kangaskhan can fake out. You kind of have to fake out Ludicolo right now. And I'm willing to take the trade-off here. Yeah, I'm gonna target down the Kangaskhan slot. Unless he has Protect, but he did fake out turn 1, so unless he's got fake out and protect, which would be bad. But I have to Extreme Speed that's Grass Knot that slot because I need to pick up the knockout right now. So I'm gonna Extreme Speed and Grass Knot. Okay, good. He doesn't have protect. That's good. Onto Ludicolo. Oh my gosh, that does so much damage. He gets a crit there. Ugh. Okay, so I knock out Kangaskhan. Ah, that crit could hurt. Oh, he's got Thunder. And that actually isn't 100% accurate. I have the Assault Vest, so I should be able to survive that. But he gets the Paralysis, too! Oh, dear. Okay. So, he needs the hope that I get fully paralyzed, basically, right now. So the question is, you know, do I want to predict and protect the Rayquaza? Because I can just Dragon Ascend twice and win the game. But, you know, you're obviously going to want to Ice Beam here. I really want to protect here, but I just outright lose. If and I outright win if he hopes I protect, so I'm not going to go for it. I'm just going to attack. Yeah, the Thunder is fine. I mean, he was able to crit Paralysis, and oh, that does so much. I just need Ludicolo to get this Grass Knot off. Come on, please, Ludicolo, please. You can do it. Yep, he is going to Ice Beam. Who does he Ice Beam into? Nice. That's exactly why I didn't protect the Rayquaza there. Because if he targets the Ludicolo, then I just win the game. He had to hope for the full Paralysis there. I was willing to take that 75% chance. Now I just outspeed and Dragon Ascent. What a game, guys. What a game. That was incredible. Oh, great game. So I get that Dragon Ascent off. That's going to be the knockout onto Kyogre. And quite fitting that we have so much weather on the field for our very first game with this team. But oh my gosh, that was so intense. I really thought I had him there once I was able to knock out Groudon because, you know, I had the pressure of Rayquaza and Kyogre. And basically I knew if he faked out the, what was it? If he fakes out Rayquaza, Like, basically, I knew I could knock out Kangaskhan that turn since he most likely didn't have Protect, and if he knocks out the Rayquaza with the Ice Beam, then since I've got Assault Vest, I just now have the Rain Boost as well, so Grass Knot just 2-hit KOs him. So that Thunder was really scary because it was, first of all, only 70% accurate given that Airlock negated the rain, and second of all, I mean, he was able to get the Paralysis. I can't complain. I mean, I did get a little bit fortunate getting, I believe, that critical hit onto Groudon, although in the end, it actually didn't matter. That Fake Out Protect play was kind of weird, but it ended up working out in my favor because, you know, when you have Life Orb Rayquaza, you have to play, you have to make a little bit more aggressive plays. But wow, what a phenomenal game to kick off our first game with this team. So much fun. And I actually forgot to say in the introduction, a huge shout out to Jip for the layout. He made this layout after seeing the national stream, and it's a lot of fun, so hopefully you guys are enjoying it, and we'll be switching back to the regular overlay next time. But we've got a Big 6 team this time, Big B as we call it. Kangaskhan, Groudon, Xerneas, Salamence, Bronzong, and Smeargle. So obviously this team, versions of it did very well at US Nationals. We've seen Bronzong, we've seen so many Cresselias as well. You know, Aaron Trailer was able to get second at US Nationals with Cresselia and Bronzong instead of running Kangaskhan. But, once again, I mean, I feel like this might play out a little bit similarly to the last one, where it's like, okay, Ho-Oh's really good, but my opponent's most likely going to have Gravity. And we saw Kangaskhan Bronzong as a lead last time. I mean, Ho-Oh Mawile is still solid, honestly. But I need Ludi Rayquaza. Like, maybe I just need to go with the same strategy I went with last time. Just wonder if this one is Sword Stance as well. Yeah, I'm gonna go Ho-Oh Mawile again. I don't know. Actually, I mean, Weavile could really be worth bringing in this matchup. Like, you saw that my opponent did end up bringing Kangaskhan over Salamence last time around. But yeah, I'm gonna go with this. So we're gonna lock in, and we're gonna see how this goes. But, oh man, that last game was so good. It was so good. Shoutouts to Blue for an amazing game. So let's get into this second game against a relatively standard team here, but you know, these teams are so good in the format for a good reason, right? So let's see. We're gonna see Ho-Oh Mawile here, so I do get the Intimidate once again. I really love this lead, honestly. Kangaskhan and Bronzong. Okay, so the exact same lead from the last game, hilariously enough. But this time my opponent doesn't have the pressure to bring in the Kyogre for free. So this is kind of nice here. I think once again I can just go for maybe the same play, just play Rough into Kangaskhan and Sacred Fire. Like, you kind of have to fake out Ho-Oh right now. Another play I was actually thinking of was switching Mawile into Ludicolo, so then I could fake out and Sacred Fire Bronzong the next turn. But then Ludicolo just takes so much damage. Like, Ludicolo one-hit knocks out the Groudon if I get Airlock up. So I honestly think I'm just going to go for the same play once again. Actually, I'm just going to Iron Head this time around. I don't want to miss since, you know, Play Rust not knocking out anyway. So, I mean, not too much of a surprise to see this lead, but, you know, I can get a lot of damage off here since I do have the better lead matchup, and it's like if I eliminate Groudon, then Mawile wins against the Xerneas if my opponent does have that in the back. I wouldn't be too surprised to see Groudon over Xerneas, though, honestly. Or, excuse me, the Smeargle. Here's Fake Out. Onto Ho-Oh, yeah. We could have seen a, you know, maybe a target onto the Mawile slot if that was heat proof. Not the case here. I'm gonna get this Iron Head off. Does good damage. Trick Room goes up. Okay. So I am okay with that. Now the question is, so here's another clever play, right? Right now, my opponent doesn't have Groudon in, so one turn of Trick Room is going to be a waste. Very similar to the last game. So against Trick Room teams, you always really need to be able to count your turns well. This is something my brother actually did in top 4 at US Nationals really well. You know, he was able to not let the opponent get a free switch in. So if I, for example, just knock out Kangaskhan right now, then my opponent gets a free switch in into that Groudon. Something that I don't actually want to happen. I mean, alternatively, I could just Sacred Fire the Bronzong slot here. The question is, I might actually Sacred Fire and Iron Head Kangaskhan, because Groudon might switch in right now. Nope, it's just Gravity coming up. So one thing I was considering doing was like recovering with Ho-Oh. Oh, and that's slower. Wow, that's a super slow Kangaskhan. Well, that just lost me the game probably. Because if I get Iron Head and Sacred Fire, I pick up a double knockout there. I get to protect Mawile, burn another turn of Trick Room, and then I get a free switch into Ludicolo. That really sucks, man. It's not over, obviously, but it's actually going to come down to whether Groudon or whether Bronzong has Hypnosis. Because if you have Hypnosis, then you just Hypnosis here. I could have also gone for a Sucker Punch on a Kangaskhan, but I was anticipating maybe a Groudon switch out. And the thing is, if you switch into Groudon, like, I know even if the Kangaskhan is slower or faster under Trick Room, unless you crit me there, I get the Sacred Fire off, and I potentially pick up a double knockout. So that really sucks. I mean, I think he's got to have Hypnosis. Just every Bronzong has had Hypnosis. And on this team, you don't need Skill Swap as much. Is there any way I can win? Guess I'll still just go for the Skull play and maybe burn a turn of Trick Room. The thing is, like, yeah, if he doesn't get that crit, I potentially just pick up the double knockout. And then, you know, he doesn't have the Hypnosis threat. Yeah, that sucks. I'd still win if I get an early wake up here, though, because I've got Mawile. It also comes down to what Groudon does here. Does it Swords Dance? Oh, he's got Substitute, actually. Good play. Okay. So I think I'm actually going to Protect right now with my Quasar. I mean, I could Extreme Speed and Scald as well. He could Protect Groudon. That is 2 turns of Tailwind gone. Yeah, that crit made this a lot harder. Kind of my fault for maybe not preventing it. But I thought I was making the safest play possible. But yeah, sometimes that does come to bite you. So right now my opponent could protect the Groudon. Sub actually means no Swords Dance. That's a big deal as well. I think I'm actually going to... Do I want to try to wake up here? Because the thing is, if I don't wake up and I get the Scald off, he can just Hypnosis me again. So maybe I need to go all in on this play. I'm going for it because... Oh no, I messed up. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Because he can just knock my Rayquaza out. Unless he Hypnosis it for some reason. Yeah, I'm dumb. Maybe not so dumb. If Precipice Blades doesn't knock me out, because if I get the Scald off, come on. Come on, Ludicolo. You were actually, you didn't even need to attack through Precipice. Unless Precipice Blades knocks my Rayquaza out, which could happen. Ludicolo, do it! Come on. Oh, okay, it's not over yet, boys. Ladies and gents, it is not over. Okay. 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 It's Xerneas in the back. I do have Mawile. How many turns of Trick Room is that? That's 3. He's gonna Geomancy here, though. I mean, I think I'm still not in a good position. Because then it actually comes down to Protect Mind games. Is there any way I could make this in 100% win condition? If I switch out on a Mawile? No. Yeah, that Hypnosis is just troublesome. The additional damage onto Xerneas honestly doesn't matter much. So I suppose I would just Scald here and switch out into Mawile. Yeah, and I still don't think I'm in a good position. I mean, I needed to knock out Bronzong, and I had that chance. But let's see. Oh, right, he still has Hypnosis. But not much I could have done there. We're probably going to see Geomancy. Yeah. So now the question is, do you protect your Xerneas and just go for Hypnosis? And Gravity is running out. Yeah, I think there's 1 or 2 more turns though. Because I could obviously just go for an Iron Head, so the obvious play is like, I'm just going to protect Xerneas and Hypnosis Mawile. If I protect Mawile and Xerneas attacks, then it most likely knocks out my Ludicolo. Now Ludicolo has taken a turn to sleep here, so I think I definitely want to switch Ludicolo out into Rayquaza, because I could potentially get a Fake Out regardless next turn. Oh, but do I protect Mawile? Like, protecting is just so obvious. Predicting the Xerneas protect. Still want to protect, though. Still really want to do. Yeah, I'm going to go for it, because gravity's ending soon as well. I feel like Xerneas is going to attack here, but let's see. Come on, Xerneas, protect. Okay. Okay. That's good. That is very good. Very good. Okay. Okay. And gravity ends. Okay. Solid. Moonblast could still knock out Mawile, though. I'm such a frail Mawile. Oh. You could also go for a double protect and hypnosis, but the odds of that are so low. But this national championship recently was decided on a double protect, so... I mean, I could switch out into Ludicolo. Don't think... Maybe that's a play. No. Alright, here we go. An Iron Head. I think Moonblast might knock out Mawile since I'm so frail. This is optimized for Tailwind, which is why Kangaskhan undersped it. If he Dazzling Gleams, I just win, I think. You know you got a Moonblast here. Yeah. Come on, Mawile. Come on. Nice! Okay. Knockout. Holy God. Oh my God. What a game. Holy shamoly. Guys, this episode was crazy. This team is awesome. It's not over yet, obviously, but I'm in a good position. So, I mean, Bronzong can't really do enough against 3 Pokemon at once. Like, this game is technically over, but the thing is, now if you're my opponent, you're probably going to want to maybe just Hypnosis Mawile. So I'm actually going to go for the safest play of switching on into Ludicolo, I think, and protecting Mawile. Ludicolo is the best answer against the Bronzong. Like, it's still not over because my opponent could win on timer given how low the Mawile and the Rayquaza are in HP. The real question is, what does he do this next turn? Maybe Hypnosis? You probably have to Hypnosis. Yeah, I'm going to switch out and protect. The thing is, Ludicolo has a good matchup against Bronzong. All I need to do is have 2 Pokemon alive at the same time. This could be risky. Maybe I should have attacked there, actually. Oh, he actually did Gyro Ball. Okay. But Ludicolo should take that. Yeah, that does almost nothing. So now the thing is, basically, he doesn't have enough time to Gyro Ball and Hypnosis and Gravity. Like, you could Gravity here if you wanted to. I'm going to go for the Fake Out, because if I get that off, that would be very nice. And I think here, I'm going to want to launch a Sucker Punch. If I get a single attack off here, I should be good, regardless. I think timer's more in my favor right now. I'm trying to think, like... Yeah, ultimately, I'm going to want to use the timer more than my opponent. I think both of our win conditions are timer right now, honestly. It comes down to the plays my opponents make. I don't necessarily need the timer to win, but I'm optimizing my position. I think if you're Bronzong, you might want to Hypnosis the Mawile. But if I wake up, then I'm in a really good position. Yeah. Actually, my opponent's just going to forfeit. Nice! Wow, what a crazy episode to kick this off. We actually had some really good games yesterday, but, like, unfortunately I had to take it down. But these 2 games were probably the 2 best games I could have asked for. Both of them being so close and down to the wire. I thought I had that second game lost because it's just a really rough start. But the Ho-Oh Mawile lead is a very effective lead against those kind of cores. So that was a lot of fun, guys. You know, Bronzong coming out, both games showing, you know, why it's been so relevant in the format recently. But we were able to persevere and pick up 2 really nice wins. So thank you to Jip for the overlay once again. Thanks to Ramos and Toquil for building the team and for allowing me to use it. And that's going to conclude our first episode back from Nationals. One of the 2 of the best games really in a long time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I am back with daily content now. Thank you guys for supporting me while I was at US Nationals on commentary. You can check out the VODs at the Twitch links I mentioned earlier, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright, peace.